All right, we are back now with a round of hot topics. Shantae, Jim, and Joseph are all joining me again. And we're gonna let the rest of you now give Shantae's shrimp and grits a try. So, do you like shrimp, A, my friends, and B, have you ever had shrimp and grits? By the way,
I don't.
This is delicious.
This is so good. I've been smelling this around the studio.
Okay, Shantae, this is amazing. I didn't get to try the shrimpies before.
All
but
these ingredients.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
this is very good.
We've had you on the show many times. How come we're just having you cook now?
Look, mouth is full, but I don't know.
Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. I had no idea you were such a good cook.
This is so good.
It's really tasty.
I'm always surprised by my coworkers who really, really can cook, but I always like hearing about kitchen disasters as well.
Look, I was worried we were going to have a kitchen disaster.
Were you?
Because it's nothing worse than having to do something in front of people and it doesn't work out the way it normally does
You
at
scored.
home.
You scored though. This is restaurant
Yeah.
quality, Shantae.
This is not a disaster.
Restaurant quality.
Thank you, thank you.
Like a good restaurant, not like the kind of places where I generally hang out. But this is what I would
Do
aspire
you
to.
cook, Jim? Have you ever had a kitchen disaster yourself?
I don't honestly do much cooking, and when I do, I'm sort of making it up. I'm always sort of ad-libbing as I go.
Oh, okay.
But I'll make you a burger or something.
No, that's all
sometime.
right. I'll just take you to dinner sometime. What about you, JoJo?
Well, I love cooking now, but like in my early 20s, before I knew how to cook really, I was like just out of college. The apartment I lived in the time in Spokane, for I don't know why, it had carpet in the kitchen. I don't know. But this is like the most basic food you can make. It was a frozen pizza. And somehow, as I'm like pulling it out, I like lose my balance, and the pizza goes like right onto the carpet. And that was a bad day for me. Things have gotten better since then, though.
I feel for you. Well, don't feel so bad. I set an oven on fire once when I was making sweet potato pone.
Oh.
Yeah, it overflowed, and I didn't.
Was it your oven?
It was my very first Thanksgiving I'd ever made, and I made it with my sissy. And we were drinking. Well, the problem was probably we got 2 bottles of champagne, but we ended up drinking them both while cooking.
You buried the lead. That was it.
And then at some point I turn around, there's flames coming out of my oven, and it was the sweet potato pone had,
What's a
bubbled.
pone? What is that?
It's like it's a southern dish where you mix it. It's sweet potatoes, but there's like pecans, and you mix it all up together, and it's delicious.
So how did it catch on fire, though?
It bubbled over too much, and I guess it got too hot, and it caught on fire.
These are childhood memories for me. My mom caught the kitchen on fire so many times. I think that the fire department just probably stationed a truck right up the street just in
Wait.
case.
Oh,
She was constantly,
poor Mrs. Dever.
constantly catching the kitchen on fire.
Well, that makes me feel better. I love her.
I know we set the toaster on fire before, but I mean, that might be worse. But in our defense, you know how the toaster, it pops up?
Yeah.
It stopped popping, so you have to estimate, and you make it pop up, but we forgot one day, and then, pew.
Oh, so you would estimate the time and then pop, hit the side?
Right, and then you pop it. So self-made. It was manual. We switched it.
So you buried the lead there.
That sounds like a bad This Is Us episode, actually.
I love
not
it.
safe.
I have to say, I've had plenty of kitchen disasters I've had to throw out, but you have to be so careful here in Seattle when you throw things out because, critters can get in there. Actually, when I first moved here, I was living in this condo and I came out to go to work and I noticed that my compost had been knocked over and there were these raccoons. Well, where I'm from, you can just shoo them away and they'll go and you can clean up your mess. They growled at me.
Oh, yeah.
The gangster raccoons.
Aggressive.
You were on their turf.
Yes, I was like, I do not need rabies today, thank you. And there's this, not quite a raccoon, but a huge bear in Lake Tahoe that's been causing problems. And I guess people kind of know who this bear, look at the size of this guy.
Oh,
That is
wow.
scary.
His name is Hank the Tank. So what do you do if you see him rummaging around your trash can?
You turn the other way.
Yeah, you leave.
You go quickly inside the door.
He's now the new spokesperson for Weight Watchers. So got a great deal out of the whole thing.
Really?
Thing is, he breaks into homes, right? So going inside, does that really
Oh,
help?
he's been breaking into homes. I hadn't heard that.
Yard.
I just
Mm.
heard he was prowling around the trash cans. But if he's now breaking into homes, I'm utterly terrified and won't be visiting Tahoe anytime soon.
It's like, honey, where'd the dog go?
Oh,
Sorry, I had to go there. Be very careful with your small animals.
be very careful, especially. And they've seen coyotes about
Oh,
too lately.
coyotes?
yeah.
Do you know how many Hollywood celebrities have had pets taken by coyotes?
Well, that's because they're rampant in the Hollywood Hills, but
Yeah, and they have those tiny little dogs too.
Wow.
The ones little pocket dogs you can
My
take to the
favorite
premieres.
y'all, we had a cat. We actually had 2 cats that went the way of the coyote. So be careful.
In
They're
Seattle?
not good. No, this
Oh.
was back in Los Angeles. But we have been seeing them in Seattle lately.
Yeah.
So if you do have kitty cats, keep them indoors. It's not just the coyotes, it's the raccoons too. You don't want to lose your cat. Even your small dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get in a scrap like the coyote will try to just eat the animal, but the raccoons will fight for the turf and really mess them up. They've got those long talons.
Yes. Okay, and on that note, thanks, Jim. And
Happy to be
thanks
here and bring a
all
little
of you.
sunshine.
Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you for spending the time. You can check our website for more of our content. You can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Remember to go out and enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.